So here is why we are doing a pre-budget video for you guys, our followers on YouTube. With the Labour Party's budget just about to be announced, there is a lot of buzz and anticipation in the property world, especially in the auction space, and we're here ahead of the official news to discuss how property auctions are already being impacted by the build-up to this budget. Whether the budget is generous or restrictive, right now there is a real window of opportunity for auction buyers. We're seeing that uncertainty in the market tends to favour those who are ready to jump in now and secure those deals. If you're looking to buy, here's what you should keep in mind. So in today's video, we'll break down the impact of this budget, what might happen post-budget, and how different types of buyers and sellers can position themselves wisely. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the insights to react as soon as the budget news is released.
So we have Saif here. Saif is a trader in buys properties daily. Saif, give us your view on how this uncertainty around the budget is impacting everything in the market right now.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I think we're just going to keep this quite broad for this video, right? But if I take you back to the Liz Truss mini budget, which wasn't a mini budget by all means, that had a significant impact. Now, most of us listened to that budget and thought, this is great news. But the problem was the market listened to it and thought this was terrible. Where are you going to get all of this money to plug all these holes? And everyone remembers the market tanked, interest rates went up. Now, the problem that traders had then was they had to get rid of all of their properties that they agreed to buy or have bought pre-mini budget, and they had to what's called reprice their stock back in. So everyone had to either take a few losses, break even. They just needed to get out their trades, because the longer they held them on post that mini budget, the more likely it was for them to be able to make a loss from that. So everyone's trying to figure out, a lot of the traders are trying to figure out, is this going to be a similar kind of budget to Liz Truss, or has everything been baked in here? Is this actually going to be a bad news is good news for the market type budget, which actually means that post this budget, once it's all out the way, all the uncertainty is gone, the market kind of picks up again, people want to buy, people want to sell. What we've been seeing personally is auctions in the last 3 weeks have been very, very hit and miss. There's been a lot of bargains that have been bought in the last couple of weeks. We've bought a lot of properties in the last couple of weeks. So we've seen a lot of buyers pull back away from the market. Tenanted properties have been terrible anyway with the whole rent reform bill. They've always been struggling when being sold, especially via auction, but those have died a death. So especially things like the regulated tenancies, those have been even more difficult to sell via auction, and just standard tenanted stock. So what we're doing to position ourselves for this budget is we're very much in buying phase. We're very much really sort of buying as many properties as we can, but at the same time, we're just being a bit more aggressive on the purchase price that we're paying for stuff. So we think whatever happens post this budget, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because we've kind of priced that risk in from our point of view.
I also think there is quite a lot of anticipation with regards to interest rates, and people are expecting the interest rates to basically go down in the next announcement, which will be around the 7th of November. So there is like two opposite forces kind of almost in the market, but the anticipation around the budget is, I think, the key thing, because this will impact people for years, and this will impact people's strategies for years. And I think this is the first Labour budget in, I don't know how many years, 15 years
15
or
now,
something
ish.
like that. So that's a big change of strategy of the whole country. And I think that anticipation is really what dampens the market right now. But it is temporary for sure. And there will be some winners, there will be some losers from the budget. However, the stability, I think, should return very quickly.
Piotr, have you noticed what Labour did? They what we call tested the market, right? So they put rumours out there that CGT was going to go up to whatever it was, 39%. Tried to figure out what kind of backlash they were going to get from it, and then pulled that right back and said, no, we're not going to basically change that. Really interesting how they're basically trying to put out certain rumours to try and figure out how it's going to shape people's decision making afterwards. And if they get a lot of backlash, rather than wait for that to be an official announcement, kind of just pull back before the budget. I thought that was a really interesting thing that they did.
Yeah,
Did you see the drama? So did you see the drama that unfolded in the House? I think it was yesterday or the day before, where the Speaker of the House was chiding Rachel Reeves and the government for, putting out not just, the rumours, but saying that they're going to be changing the way that the government borrows money in order to be able to generate more debt, essentially, to buy their way out of the problems that they believe that the previous government has settled them into.
Yeah.
And he said, well, look, in these situations, these matters have to be first heard in the House before you tell the rest of the world on the international media stage. And I saw that yesterday or the day before, and I thought to myself, I'm starting to get these creeping feelings of a Liz Truss quasi-Kwarteng thing, where they had built this entire mini budget without talking to their own party, without engaging with the opposition, without going to the Monetary Policy Committee, without doing any of these things, and it was an absolute car crash. So is that going to go the same way this time, or are they being smart with it? Now,
Yeah.
I think that's a personal preference. Which
Do
side
you
of
think
the fence you lay on that.
do you think someone changed Liz's paperwork just before she announced it, and she thought, "Oh fuck, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing here"? Maybe. Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
look, it was Liz the lettuce. It could have been, it could be Reeves the tortoise. Who knows? We're going to see today.
Well, we're gonna come back with an announcement post-budget about the actual things about we wanted to do this video so that anyone can notice that there are actual opportunities in this anticipation stage, and those uncertainties create potential profits. So we'll be back with an announcement. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us for more updates on property auctions, property trading, and those things. See you guys next episode.